Hey everyone, today I'm going to explain a little bit about the Q1 tapes. Give you a better understanding so you can choose the right tape for the right job. So Q1 have 3 masking tapes in their range. They've got the yellow, which is the first one they brought out. They then brought out the green. And as they brought them out, I've sort of moved over to each one because they've got better as they've come out. And then finally, they brought out the orange. So, what's the difference in these tapes? Let me show you. So there are 4 features, that I want to go through with these tapes that make them different. First one, TH, thickness of each of these tapes. The second one is whether it's water resistant or not. WR, water resistant. The third one, elongation break, EB. That means how much can you stretch that tape before it breaks. So if you're really trying to put it on a wheel arch, which I'll show you in a moment, how far can you go pulling it before it breaks? The fourth and final one is the bake temperatures. So let's put BT. So let's look at the yellow. The yellow tape was the original one to come out. And we've got them in order. So yellow, green, and the latest is the orange. Thickness. The yellow is 125 microns, which is okay for the time. I love this tape, it was great. But then they brought out the green, and that was 130. And even though that's only 5 micron difference, I could notice it. And then they brought out the orange, and that was 170. So you're talking 45 microns more than the yellow. This makes this tape really great for when you're standing near adjacent panels. If you want that little bit of protection so you don't go in there, you don't scag it, that's a great tape for that. Water resistancy. No. The yellow tape is not water or moisture resistant. So if you're working in damp conditions in the UK, we've had an exceptionally damp, cold winter, and it has sort of affected this tape. It might mean that you've got a little bit of residue left behind when you peel it off. It still works, but there could be a bit of residue. That's because it's getting moisture in it. If you've left it in your van, if you've left it in a damp, cold workshop, it's not suitable for those sort of areas. You want to be looking at these products. So this is water resistant, both of these. And you definitely see that, and I'll show you that in a moment as well. Elongation break. So like I said, when you're stretching it and you're trying to get that little curve, if you're working on a wheel arch, get the shape in there. The elongation break on here is 7%. It's 8% on the green. And of course, as you'd expect, it goes up, it's 9% on the orange. So that's going to be a tougher tape. It's going to take a lot more pulling on it before it breaks. Bake temperatures. So this is at 30 minutes. So on a 30-minute cycle, you've got 110 degrees C for the yellow. The same for the green, 110 degrees C. But the orange, you've got 120 degrees C. So you can see just from this simple diagram, or what am I doing here? Just lesson, marking up. I'm not even sure what the word is. You can see the difference between these tapes. Now, I shifted over to the green tape because it is damp where I work. There is moisture in the air. And I found that a really big difference between working with the yellow and working with the green. I found this far more productive. And then they brought out the orange, which is, as I said, 170 microns, so it's a nice thicker tape. You can feel the extra quality in that tape. Plus it's waterproof, plus you can bake it at a higher temperature, which I don't bake, so that's irrelevant to me. But you've got the extra elongation break strength in there. So for me, that is a more expensive tape, but overall, it works out as a better tape to work with. Right, so now I'm just going to do a quick little test on here. We're going to squirt some water on it. We're going to leave it for a little bit, and then we'll show you the difference between the tapes. How the yellow will sort of soak up that moisture, the green and the orange will repel it. So using a pump spray bottle, I'm going to spray some water onto these tapes so you can see the effect that I'm talking about. Straight away you can see it, it's so clear. On the yellow tape, you've got no beading on there. The water is being absorbed straight into that tape. The green, the red, orange, it's beading, which means that's what makes them water repellent. It's repelling that water on there, so it's not soaking in. So if you are working outdoors, definitely look at either of these two. Let's just quickly recap. The thickness, 125 on the yellow, 130 on the green, 170 on the orange. Water resistancy, no, as we've clearly seen in this video. Yes and yes, because they're both beading. EB, elastic break. We're going to demo that now. 7%, 8%, 9%. BT, bake temperature. I can't demo that, unfortunately, because I don't have a heated booth. But we were looking at 30 degrees for the green at 110, both of them for 30 minutes, 30 minutes at 110 for both the green and both the yellow and the green, and 120, up to 120 degrees for 30 minutes on the orange. Right, let's take these off and do a elastic break test. So the elastic break test, that's where we'll see how far we can go with this. So this is where you would be, if you needed to mask up this edge, you'd be pulling it really tight to get your nice swage line. And it's the percentage that you can pull it before it breaks. I love doing things like that. I think that, there's something very satisfying about following the contour of a curved arch with the tape. So let's just do that one more time. So we're going to do this top one. It's obviously easier on a panel that's not going to move anywhere. So you can agree, because of the thickness of this tape, I'm able to pull it a lot more, and it's going to make that nice and tight as it has done. We've got a nice tight outer edge, and on this one we've got a nice tight inner edge. So there you go. That's the elastic break test for the Q1 tape. All right, everyone. So that was my little demo to help you understand the Q1 tape range. And I hope it's helped. And I hope now, next time you go and buy a tape, you'll take all of those aspects put them into the equation so that you can choose the right tape for what you want it to do. Saving yourself money as well by doing that, because you're going to reduce your wastage. But I'm not blinking. I know there's other products out there. So if there's a tape that you like to use, please put it in the comments. Let us know why you like it. What's the plus and minuses about it, and share your experience, your thoughts, your knowledge with us all. Thank you very much for watching.